Hello, hello, beautifuls, lovelies, amazings, wonderfuls, and beloveds. I am Maggie, and I am so grateful you are joining me here on my channel. So, what we are doing here is we are doing a beautiful slow crawl through Excuses Be Gone by Dr. Wayne Dyer, whom we love. And why are we doing this? Because it is a wonderful book on how to change lifelong self-defeating thinking habits. And if you take even one tool, more like two, but more like many more, away from this book reading, it could change your life, and it could definitely change the life of all those around you. And if we change ourselves, everybody upgrades. So if you do the work, it'll do you. So we are currently in part 3, which is a really big deal. The Excuses Be Gone paradigm shift. So we're going to be moving more into the action steps. We are in chapter 11, a new way of looking at the changing old thinking habits. So I'm going to pick up where we left off. Yes, you can correct your mind. In the first 2 chapters of this book, I described how a lot of time and effort has gone into convincing you to fit in and be like everybody else. The programming requires some effort on your part to overcome. As poet E.E. Cummings explains, to be nobody but myself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you like everybody else means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. That's a loaded one. You can accomplish being nobody but yourself without the actual fighting, although you may feel that you're battling something within yourself. As you let the divine grow within you, something within yourself, as you let the divine grow within you, however, you'll shift to a feeling of joy as the old discomfort retreats. As a young person, you were inundated by a whole slew of no you can't messages. These were subsequently internalized by you as I can't thoughts, which were buttressed by well-intentional excuses. You internalized the notion that I can't because you were repeatedly told the following. You'll never amount to anything. You're worthless. So guys, don't take these in, but these are the examples. You'll never amount to anything. You're worthless. You're not smart enough. You can never be good enough. Money is hard to come by. You don't deserve to succeed. You never find someone to love. And you'll probably get sick like your mother did. It's in your genes. You'll never get ahead if you don't follow the rules. And you're just like your father. He'll never amount to anything. All bullshit, by the way. I'd just like to say, cancel that. These and thousands of variations on the same theme seem to have erected permanent barriers within you. Excuses feel like they protect you from such awful sentiments, as well as the present disappointment with your life. Even though you've become an adult with no rational reason to hang on to such memes, they still produce a familiar reaction when it seems unnecessary to defend why your life isn't at the optimal level you prefer. And also, so much new technology is coming out, right? Neurolinguistic programming, where we can actually go in and take these horrible programs out. But many of us are functioning in these limited lifestyles because of this. And I just want to encourage you, there is so much on the horizon and so much here right now for us to remap our brains so we can have better lives. And while you probably had no idea that these messages had infiltrated your brain, they nevertheless have a very strong pull on you. Don't underestimate your power to change yourself. As the quote at the beginning of this chapter advises, you can absolutely overcome the internalized conviction of I can't, so that it quickly becomes I can by affirming the following. So these are, you can dig in. I can accomplish anything I choose. And guys, we will never give up. We will persist until we do. I am worthy. I'm a worthy and valuable person. I am intellectually capable. I deserve the best because I am good. I attract abundance in all areas of my life. I deserve health, happiness, and success. Yes, you do. I am loved by others and I love myself. Yes, you are. Sparkle. Yeah. I am guided by my desire to serve others rather than following the rules. And I am unique and independent of the good opinions of others. So, if you have a good and trusted friend and they are giving you, you know, learner mindset types of information, like they're giving, criticism isn't bad if, like we said in the last post, it's all in the mind and the actions and the heart, whether something is good or evil. So if you have a really loyal, trusted friend and they are giving you a critique, those are the types of things you want to take because they're going to help you better. But if you just have a person who's like sour-hearted and they're just wanting to vomit up this like negativity on you, you don't need to receive that. So if you look closely, and also if you can, always look at the wisdom, because even when you don't particularly care someone, don't let the insult hit your heart or your mind. Pick up the wisdom that's coming through the comments. But anyway, if you look closely at the preceding affirmations, you may note that they all present a movement away from your old excuse mentality and towards thinking like God must think. So again, we're talking about those spectrums and we're moving up that temperature into the positive zone. 7 core ideas for eliminating excuses. Before I explain the excuses be gone paradigm, I'd like to share with you a set of beliefs that I've adopted for myself. I encourage you to be receptive to these ideas, even if they initially seem inapplicable to your life at this time, because I feel strongly that they'll assist you in beginning the process of moving away from justification and defensiveness. Here are the 7 tips I've personally found to be very helpful in eradicating excuses from my life. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with the first one, and then we'll close this video and we'll do the rest tomorrow. But 7 tips. So the first one, I remove any and all labels. Old habits of thinking stick around, and often for an entire lifetime, largely because you create internal reasons to reinforce and maintain them. And also, your mind could be well-intentioned. It could be trying to protect you from harm. It could be trying to protect you from like whatever your mother or father or teachers or coaches said, or siblings or friends. But you got to really start to evaluate, is this real, or is it dysregulation, or where is it coming from? These reasons, which I'm calling excuses, can become permanently lodged in your subconscious. They're labels you put on yourself that ultimately become your self-definition. So make sure those self-definitions are good. In the words of Søren Kierkegaard, the famed Danish theologian, once you label me, you negate me. Yep. As you enter the excuses be gone paradigm, make a promise to yourself that you won't be labeling or negating yourself anymore. And of course, like I said, we are part of the Common Sense Show. This is not to just have a license to do things that are not. Well, this is within reason. If somebody told you like you're stupid, you're dumb, you'll never become something, that's not true. And you need to reverse, we need to pull that program out and know that we are smart, we are productive, and we put good in the world. Okay. My daughter, Serena, grew up labeling herself as not athletic or even frail, a self-definition that morphed into a comfortable excuse whenever a physical activity came up. My daughter's labels negated the real Serena, who could become anything or anyone she chose. By consciously making a decision to remove these labels and nothing more, Serena has gradually become a young woman who enjoys participating in athletic events and who loves the positive changes in her body as a result of daily exercise. Rather than saddling yourself with self-limiting labels, affirm. I am capable of accomplishing anything I place my attention upon. I am capable of accomplishing anything that I place my attention upon. I am capable of accomplishing anything I place my attention on. And we also know that whatever we focus on expands, so make it good. Make it clear to yourself that you can never negate the real you. You're an infinite being, and with God, all things are possible. The corollary of this would be with labels, most things are negated. So let's, you know, not to say let's put labels, but if you have some bad or negative or degrading or decompensating type of labels you're identifying with, let's take them off and let's affirm that we are capable of accomplishing anything we place our attention to. All right, wonderful. Thank you for taking the time to spend with me on this beautiful slow crawl through Excuses Be Gone. Leave in the, I would love to hear in the comments how this reading might be uplifting you, any insights that you may be learning about yourself. I would just love to hear from you, and I really thank you for your support with that magical like button and subscribe. All right, have a wonderful morning, middle day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and thank you. Okay, you know what's next. Peace in.